Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome to the Narrative Mindset Podcast. Hope everybody is doing okay. If you aren't, pull up them bootstraps because we ain't got time for it. So, today was my first day on my new job. Uh, and for those of you that, uh, for those of you that don't know, um, I was with Amazon DSP. Yeah, I only lasted a month, and then I left there because Amazon DSP is. I think that's a young person's job. Just for me, it just blasted my knees and my legs and everything, and plus their whole the whole the reward for getting doing good is you get more work. I mean, that to me, that's a fool's game. Here, you're doing so good. Here, congratulations. I'm gonna give you more work. It's crazy. So I ended up going and checking out this job that I had a chance to get at the same time I got Amazon DSP. But I went with Amazon DSP because I figured, you know, it's only, we're just delivering packages. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. Excuse me. And but anyways, I called the people and I got lucky because the job was still open. Number one. Number two, they have a hard time keeping people. How? I don't know. I mean, it is. I have just been getting just really, 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 really lucky. And that's pretty much all it is because these people, they do rail cars. And it's, I guess the guy called it a home shop. So they do everything. They cut parts off, weld them back, wheels, everything. I mean, we took apart a rail car today, and it's amazing how simple it is. It's basically you have a lot of gauges you have to keep track of. So that's a little bit of a learning curve. But it was interesting to see how certain parts of their rail car go together. Because I mean, we took apart the whole wheel set, took that apart. We took apart the part where the rail cars hooked together. I never knew there was a cylinder back there because I used to work at CSX and we would kick cars and cars are crashing into each other all day long. But I never knew that there was a cylinder behind that coupler bar, whatever you want to call it. Now I never knew that. But that thing gets beat all to hell. So we took one of those out and replaced one of those. What else did we do? We took a wheel set apart. We did something else too. That was it. We did a bunch of stuff, but here's my point. It's a laid back shop. It's one of them places where you can stop working, go outside, take a couple minute break to have a cigarette, come on back in. When they go to lunch, they quit 10 minutes early. And I mean, you can go sit down, start your lunch 10 minutes early, things of that nature. They're not on your back. Uh, I was doing something and I had to ask the guy, I said, man, how do I get in there? He said, well, you got to kind of twist to get up in that one spot. So once I did the little twist thing, I was good. And but I think he was concerned that I wasn't gonna come back tomorrow. So he kept telling me, "Oh well, don't give up yet, man. Don't give up yet. It can be tough. Don't give up yet." And I'm thinking, man, y'all must really need people. And then they had another guy who I guess he had been there, I don't know, 2 weeks or whatever. And he called in. We start work at 6. He called in at 9 to tell him he wasn't feeling good. So, I mean, not even going there. But from what I can see, everybody there seems like an okay shop. Because I've worked in the shop with a bunch of assholes, and for whatever reason, they're just assholes. So, but from what I can see, the shop was pretty decent, and I was working with this guy all day, kind of shadowing him and helping him out and things of that nature, and he was showing me all of the stuff on doing a rail car and paperwork and all this kind of stuff, and I really, on purpose, I really kind of stressed, kind of hinted towards it's going to take me a while to learn this stuff, And they said, "Oh, well, you'll be all right, give it 6 months, a year, whatever, and you'll be, you can hone in your welding skills and this, that, and other." And I'm like, I'm putting it out there, trying to see if they're going to say, well, we're going to give you this much time, and then we're going to expect, yada, yada, yada. They did just the opposite, and it just kind of tells you, I got the job offer, or they called me a month ago. I called them back after a month, and the job was still available. And I'm like, dude, what is going on here? I mean, and they pay they start off lower than Amazon because it's 21, and which is cool with me because they work 60 hours a week. So I'll be making more than I was making over at Amazon. So that's pretty good. And it's the hours are 6 to 4. And I work in the rail car repair shop, and they have a fab shop right next door. So it seems like a pretty good place to work. So I'm hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. I don't know, getting up at 6. I got to get back used to that. I did pretty good though. I mean, I went to bed at 9, got up at 4. Made my coffee, yada yada yada. Sat down, drunk that, and then got out of here about 5. I think I got there about 5:30. So got there early and everything, and did that show, the initiative, when we were doing things. I didn't stand there and wait on them to tell me to do everything because I'm a welder by profession. But it was definitely a nice first day, and hopefully it'll go just as good, down the road, But that's what I wanted to share with you all. Hope everybody's having a good day as always. And hey, have a good one.